All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman.
And Gabe and I are here and ready for another Metallica reaction.
Finally.
Right. He's obsessed. And this is a big one right here. I have not had us react to it previously or had him react to it because I assumed he'd heard it before.
Right.
He's heard snippets as far as Mariano Rivera's, theme music coming out to the game for baseball, but that's like 15, 20, 35 seconds, whatever it is.
Right.
We're going to listen to the entire remastered version of Inner Sandman by Metallica.
First and foremost, it's so funny because I remember hearing the broadcast for Yankees, and the very first time I remember hearing, everybody had walk-up music. The baseball players always had walk-up music, but that I can remember, he was the first closer, at least for the Yankees, that had that the music, and it was like, dun, 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 dun. That's all I know of it. And Mariano would come, and I didn't hear anything else because the crowd went. He was a star. He was the first closer I can remember that was an absolute superstar for the Yankees. So I wasn't even listening. I didn't know. It's not like they announced, and now walking up to Metallica, Enter Sandman, Mariano Rivera. No, and now entering for your New York Yankees is Mariano Rivera, and then that and right over there, everybody goes nuts. So I never even heard more than that part. And then it was so funny because I remember hearing Enter the Sandman. They used to call him Sandman because he put the opposition to sleep. I never put two and two together that it was a Metallica song until you told me, bro, that's one of the greatest songs. I was like, I must have it. Oh, I must have it. It's iconic that Mariano Rivera picked it. And I wonder this, Nick. I didn't realize that Metallica also transcended the American audience to the Hispanic audience. And what I mean by that is, they have a huge following in Mexico, right? Because their lead, their guitarist, one of their guitarists is Mexican now. But apparently he's big in the Latin American community, even overseas. Like they've played in Argentina, I think I saw, something like that. But, Mariano Rivera is actually Panamanian, you know what I mean? And again, maybe I'm sure if he picked that as his, most guys pick walk-up music or entrance music because it means something to them, right? So he didn't just pick it out of the blue and say, there was tons of bands out there at that time. I just think that maybe Metallica, let us know in the chat, do they have a huge following in the Latin American community?
We're going to go ahead and check this out. If you like our reaction, we have several other Metallica reactions on the channel. His first time. No one believes that these are his first time hearing these songs in the entirety. It is, okay, sorry. I'm going to ask, have you heard Journey before?
Journey, no. Who's Journey?
Journey, super famous rock band. Don't stop believing.
Okay, now that's, you know what? Again, this is how
sorry for my singing.
This is how I associate that. That Don't Stop Believing, I heard that at the end of The Sopranos when Tony Soprano gets killed in the very last scene, and then it just fades to black. But Don't Stop Believing, it was that famous scene in The Sopranos at the very end where, spoiler alert, Tony's in the diner with his family, and the guy keeps looking over with the members only jacket, and when it cuts to black, is saying that means he got killed or whatever. But that's where you saying that. That's the song. I had no idea. That's what I'm saying.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when he says he hasn't heard a song, he has not heard a song in its entirety, or he wasn't aware it was that song. And so, I get it. There's a lot of muggles out there, don't believe in magic, don't believe in anything. Believe in something.
You know what we should do? I'm going to go, well, I don't have that kind of street cred anymore. I was going to say, I'm going to go to my old hood, but I don't got that kind of street cred. But I'm going to go randomly. We can live stream, so it's random, and just go up to the random person that's not from that community, all right, and say, hey, I'll give you $50, like they used to do, if you can tell me who sings this song. And I can tell you, again, I know that some people's like, there's no way you never heard that. They might have heard, like, I heard, they couldn't tell you it's Journey. I couldn't tell you that was Journey. I couldn't tell you, again, and that's all I know. I just know that as Mariano Rivera's walk-up music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, but, I promise you, it's real.
We appreciate you still watching. We're going to go ahead and check this out right.
You're going to love it. My daughter calls Metallica's Master of Puppets the Stranger Things song. The Stranger Things song. That's what they know it for. That's what they know it for now.
It was huge on the last season of Stranger Things. Absolutely. Here we go.
See that? That's what I know.
You know the intro.
And then right here, I'll tell you when he comes out. When you hear the drums, that's when he... Look it up on YouTube.
Oh, I remember seeing it.
And that's when he comes out and everybody loses their mind. Mariano Rivera.
This is such an iconic song, but it's not my favorite of theirs.
Nick,
so iconic.
I've never heard this all fresh. I've never heard anything past this. Don't wait for it. Give it that Give it to me.
Audio form.
Give it to me. Out of it. Dude, oh my God.
You got your fill now? Woo!
Now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take. Hush still, baby, don't say a word. And never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Exit light into night. Grain of sand. Exit light into night. Take my hand. Off to never, never land. Yeah, yeah. Yo.
Oh my.
Oh man. Oh my. You know,
So just confirm for the people that you've not heard that in its entirety.
no,
You
dude.
probably haven't heard 80% of that.
Literally, I heard the intro music, and then somewhere else, another movie, I heard the Off to the Never Never Land. I didn't even know it was the same song. Other than that, no. And again, you got to understand, Google it. Guys, Bronx, New York. Bronx, New York, 1980 to 1990. I was born, I'm an 80s child. But I got to New York when I was 86 from Dominican Republic, and I was in there until I graduated high school in 1999. Guys in the Bronx, where I grew up, aren't listening to Metallica. Just saying. Just saying, all right? And I mean, especially the Bronx. Bronx is like the home of hip-hop. That's where it really... And I know people get all upset about it, but look it up. Sorry, Queensbridge. Bronx is who started hip-hop. Let's just be real.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. But, with that being said, it's so funny, man, because this has a different feel to it, too. It didn't... Like the Master of Puppets, remember how we talked about how that went so well with Battery, and that had just more of a speedy, a faster tune. This was a little bit a shorter, in my opinion, a little bit darker too. Like now he got a prayer at that. Now that's not even a prayer. That's like a nursery. Now lay me down to sleep. I pray my Lord and soul to keep. So, dude, I love this song. Like I had never heard of it. Oh my God, it's crazy. If I have one complaint, it's too short. It feels shorter than the other. And maybe it's because Master of Puppets is a super long song. So is Battery. Like, I'm used to the longer songs with Metallica. But, dude, I love the song. Obviously, went nuts with the guitar riff. Had to give the added it right then and there. And, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I still have Master of Puppets probably as my number one. My favorite Metallica song. Number 2 is Nothing Else Matters, or maybe...
That's what I'm saying. This is not my favorite of theirs, but this is their most popular song.
But, really?
Yes.
More than Nothing Else Matters?
I would argue with anyone that this went... Because, again, it's from the Black Album. You see that right there? That was the artwork for the album. Very, very simple. It always kind of drove me crazy. You can't really see the Metallica, but it's still there, so some people probably like that.
Right.
That album was their top album of all time.
Wow.
Probably the top heavy metal selling album of all time.
Wow.
It went nuts when it exploded the scene in 1990, 1991. This song was the biggest hit from that album. It's just like Thriller off the Thriller album from Michael Jackson.
Right.
That did more for his career than anything else.
Right.
But that's probably not everyone's favorite song of his, but everyone knows that song.
Right.
This is what their Thriller is. This song, this is track 1 on the album too.
Right.
This song just went nuts. Whenever you hear anyone cover it or sing it, it's just like a good time. You have a great time with it. And he also shows his singing chops because if he is not able to sell the Exit Light Enter Night, then you don't believe it. But he's able to belt that out, and it's such a big part of the song. But absolutely, I would say this is their most popular song, mainstream wise, radio play, whatever you want. But because I've heard it so many times, it's not my top song from them.
Gotcha.
But it's definitely got to be in top 5. It's not a song that I revisit a lot. Maybe I just heard it so many times.
Well, first and foremost, again, as a Yankee fan, I have to at this point. You know what I mean? It's going to be on regular rotation. Regular rotation.
Give them memories of your...
and it's so funny because you said 1990, 91. Well, that's when the kids came up, and that's, when the Yankees had that turnaround. So maybe it was just so popular that he heard it on the radio all the time or whatnot. And one thing that Hispanics, and not just Hispanics, but a lot of ELL, and I even tell this to my students today that are ELL learners, I tell their parents, have them watch the cartoons, have them listen to the radio, listen to music, because you will pick up the verbiage, you will pick up the language by just listening to it. And it's a technique that I still employ today, you know what I mean, when I'm working with my ELL learners, where it's almost a crutch to have them use the subtitles, or how you can dub stuff into their own language. No, have them learn the language by listening to it, and you can acquire the language that way. So maybe it was like, I know a lot of Hispanic players, when they come over to learn English, they'll listen to the radio and watch, English TV to help them pick up the language. Maybe that's why Mo picked it up. But yeah, the 90s, that's when the Yankees, bro. When did they win? 93, 94, 95, was it? Or 94?
96, 98, 99, 2000.
All the championships.
And they lost the deep.
Off to Never Ever Land. Is that what he says? I don't even know what he says, bro.
Never Ever Land. That's Peter Pan.
Oh, right. I butchered that right there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because it's added, and everyone watching better add this as well.
Let us know what your thoughts are to his reaction, our reaction. Thank you so much for watching. Don't be a muggle. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time,
we know all things.